Hello, I'm Bunny Luna. I'm here. This is part 6 of 9 in my Ecosexuality series. This week, I'm going to be talking about society and how ecosexuality can be used to improve our society, and like the way that I dream that society could be like if we had more of an ecosexual lens on the world. So first I wanted to talk about how society functions in our lives today without very much ecosexuality or like knowledge of it. So of course, this is all just based on my opinion and experience of the world. So my views might be different than yours, and that's okay. So from my perspective in my life, my role in society is predetermined for me based on the genitals that I have. I'm assumed to be a woman because I have a vulva and I have breasts. That is not the case. I am agender. I do not have a gender at all. But because I have a vulva, people expect me to have like certain types of jobs, to have certain types of things that I like and dislike. I have expectations of the ways that I'm supposed to behave, the things that I'm supposed to tolerate from other people. So there's that expectation, from my lens. There's also expectations of people of, another gender, like men. I feel like there aren't very many expectations for trans people because the like societal expectation is that they don't exist. And there's either male or female, which I kind of hate those words anyway, male and female. But so our society, it's very binary gender. There's an expectation of monogamy and of marriage and the relationship escalator in general. If you don't know what the relationship escalator is, there's a really excellent book that talks all about it. It's called Stepping Off the Relationship Escalator by Amy. I'm not sure if I'm going to say the last name right, but it's spelled Gahran. It's an excellent book, but it's basically like the relationship escalator is you start dating someone, you get serious, you might move in together, you get more serious, you might get married, you might have kids, might be in that order, might not. You grow old, you are only with each other forever, you get old and die. Like that's the relationship escalator. You have the set of expectations for you. There's also within our society, anything that's outside of whiteness is like not what is normal or expected. And everything is like based on the proximity to whiteness as in terms of like if you're a good person or not. Just the fact that we have like different races of human in general is kind of like really fucked up. There's the understanding in our society currently that the earth is a resource to exploit, and that anything that's non-human is an object for humans to do what they want with. Everything in our society is pretty individualistic, and there's like competition and separateness and isolation. As you can understand, I have very different views on what my perfect society would hopefully be. And I feel like using ecosexuality as a lens to look at how we want the world to be is an excellent way to get to the place where everyone is like deserving of life and love and happiness. So some examples of things that I imagine could be possible if more people had an understanding of ecosexuality and like put it towards the way that they show up in the world. So people would be seen as unique individuals that are all equally worthy of love and respect. Does not matter anything about you. Like, I feel like it could be possible to have like a blank slate of like, this is a living being. Don't have any, preconceived notions of what is expected of them just because they look a certain way or like I don't know, say a certain thing. But instead understanding that like they're a person and they're probably going to like talk to you about the things that they're about. So maybe you should listen to them and like trust that that's who they are, as whoever they show you they are. I feel like ecosexuality helps us to honor the inherent worth of aliveness and of being. Just the fact that we are here means that we are important. Like the fact that we exist means that there's a purpose for us being here, like because we're here. Like it just, period. You exist, therefore you are important and worthy. Like you're alive. That is a miracle. You know, how can I like respect you and love you as you deserve? I feel like communication and vulnerability and creativity and trust and honesty can all be things that we give to each other as gifts. Just because, like I said, we are all worthy because we exist. I feel like diversity will be honored. Like the fact that we're not all the exact same, like means that we have things that we can care about. Like if we're all completely the same, then like what is the point in anything? Diversity is important. Like the reason we have all of these luxury, like anything, like we have cell phones and fancy food and like just I can't even like all of the things that ever exist because like someone created it. And the fact that it didn't have to be you that created everything is just a miracle. Like it's so amazing that all of these things exist and I get to like experience them and not have to have like invented every single one. Like the fact that we are diverse and have different experiences makes each of us uniquely special, worthy, important. The sacredness of the earth, of like plants and animals and humans and water and air and earth and fire, like the sacredness of spirit, the sacredness of like everything that exists, I feel like can be honored and understood in an ecosexual society, for all of the reasons that I've already said. We can see the earth as a lover and a partner. We can see each other as people that we're connected to because we exist at the same time and we're living on the same planet. Like we have a lot of things in common already. Like we all need the same things, you know, food, water, shelter, companionship, education, health. Like we're not very different. And I feel like also ritual and spirituality can be, I want to say more important, but I feel like it's already known that they're important. But I feel like organized religion has kind of taken things and changed them in ways that might not be good for everyone, and that kind of maybe turns some people off from anything spiritual because of maybe negative experiences they've had in the past. I feel like an ecosexual society can like understand and recognize the importance of like gratitude and ritual and faith and like communing with spirit, because I really think that that's a big part of ecosexuality too. In a couple weeks I have another one of these Mondays planned to talk about ecosexuality and spirituality, so look out for that. I haven't even finished writing notes about it because it's a huge topic that I'm a little intimidated by. But I do feel like an ecosexual society can include more like gratitude for the earth and each other, and like spreading love to everything just simply because it exists, because it's worthy of giving and receiving love. Okay. An ecosexual society can include, like, I feel like a big part of an ecosexual society would be the importance of community and of like mutual support, and like gathering together to do things in groups, like in community, in family, in friendship, not as individualistic. It's like an understanding that we're all connected intimately, and honoring that and doing what we can to be intentional with the way that we are in community with each other. So society works because we are all a part of it. So if we each individually like shift and change and upgrade our ideas about what society should be and how we want to show up within the society that we have, we can totally create a new one. Like, it just takes each of us individually. I know that that's kind of, it seems super easy and also impossible at the same time, but like, you really only have control over yourself at the end of the day. You just have control of yourself. You have control of no one else. And sometimes you don't even have full control of your own body. Like, come on. We all know. Like, sometimes if things have to happen, like, you can't stop a sneeze. You know, okay. So you really only have control of yourself. And if you change the way that you show up in a society, then that society changes around you. Like, the way that you show up influences the way that the others around you show up. So if you show up in a way that is bringing forth this new society that we really want, then that will help encourage other people who also want that society to show up that way too. So I totally believe in the ability of humanity to hold each other in love and in reverence of like their inherent worthiness because they're alive. I feel like we're going through a rough time right now, but I definitely think that there are enough of us that truly love each other that we can totally make a difference. It's already been happening. Like, yeah, look for the people that help, look for the people who heal, look for the people who feel good to be around, look for the people who have common interests with you, look for the people that are healers and educators and spiritual explorers. Yeah, we can create this new society. We can make the world a better place. I know we can. Next week I'm talking about money. So if you would like to hear me talk about ecosexuality and money, be here next week. So this was part 6. I have 3 left. So money, and then nudism, and then spirituality. Those are coming up. If you are interested in maybe setting up a one-on-one video call with me, I'm available for those. I also do a group live video gathering every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And I have a humongous, amazing, huge, enormous, massive archive of photos and videos that I've taken or have been taken of me. And all of those, I have links below. They all can be found at bunnyluna.com. I have the specific links below. Follow, subscribe, like. It all helps me out a whole lot. Thank you for being here. I love you so much. You exist, therefore you are important. And the fact that you're on my page says that something I'm saying is somewhat important, or you care about it at least a little bit. So that means a lot to me. I love you so much. I will see you again next week on Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Bye.